The other secret, though, that we haven't talked about that I think nobody tells you necessarily when you start podcasting is how valuable it is in terms of showing what success looks like. So I don't think I understood it for sure, that so much of what people are interested in buying is shown and not told.
Okay, you're going to have to get more specific about that because this is so important.
This is the Growth Accelerator Podcast. Now your host, Traci DeForge.
So what's the biggest mistake that you see podcasters make again and again when they launch a show?
Not taking into consideration how important having a foundational launch strategy really is. I think so often people are caught up in the, well, where should I record it? Or what kind of microphone should I be using? And those are important variables. But what's really even more important is, why are you doing the podcast? And not even that, even as much as, and what's in it for the audience that's going to consume the content that you're going to put your heart and soul into creating. And so really being able to think through how people are going to discover the show, how people are going to consume the show, and then what's going to encourage them to continue the conversation after that. That's so incredibly important, especially as a business owner who wants to grow their business with their podcast. You want to be able to continue the conversation because those are your potential clients. For years, I spent working in broadcast radio, and we would talk to business owners who would be like, well, I get really great word of mouth. And we would always say, word of mouth is great. It's just so slow. So if you are building and scaling a business that is primarily referral-based, the quickest and most efficient way for you to scale that business is through using your voice in a podcast, bringing your clients on, having their journey story be told through working with you and how you were able to help them, how you were able to solve a pain point, how you were able to transform them from this place to this place, and what that did for them. And then what happens is, and I think, again, this is such an underestimated benefit of having a podcast for your business, is that you're connecting with people who may not even know what they don't know, may not even know what they need until they listen to your podcast or watch your podcast and connect with you on a point that was something that they learned from. And then third, they feel seen and heard, even if they're by themselves with their AirPods and listening or watching. They feel heard and seen in a way that they don't feel alone anymore. And that's pretty powerful.
Yeah, and I think it comes back to solving a problem, right? That these people have to have some sort of need that you're addressing. The other secret, though, that we haven't talked about that I think nobody tells you necessarily when you start podcasting is how valuable it is in terms of showing what success looks like. So I don't think I understood it for sure, that so much of what people are interested in buying is shown and not told.
Okay, you're going to have to get more specific about that because this is so important.
So I actually didn't know. I mean, I know I am a damn fine coach. I know I'm really good at it. I know I really love it. And I don't like talking about it in a salesy way. It feels really like inauthentic to me. I just like helping people, and I like being that partner for them. And so I never felt great saying I'm a coach.
So what you're saying here, then I'm going to pull this back around to podcasting. So what I'm hearing you say is that your podcast, with the most heart-centered intent of impact and connecting community and building community, which you have done very successfully, has also been a platform for you to show and tell your skill set as a coach, so that people—
I don't even have to tell, is my point.
Right. Well, I just
what has
wanted to
happened
shoot with my show.
Right, no, but I think that's the thing that's been so shocking to me, is that I don't have to tell.
Right, is that the podcast
show.
has been a way for people to connect with you on that level and think, like she could work with me. Like I like how
It's so much more authentic because now they know what I do. I don't have to tell them I'm good at this. I don't have to have anyone tell them I'm good at this because they can just see what happens. And so that like proof is in the pudding aspect
So what you're
of it.
saying is, now I think I want to get really super clear on this. So because we talk a lot about the importance of calls to action, what I'm hearing you say is that your call to action is not something that's overt, but it's
I do that. I say, listen to my podcast.
right.
That's my CTA.
But no, call to action would be, and if you want to utilize my coaching services, find out more at like,
Yeah.
or
and maybe
even-
someday I'll add that. But it's been so powerful just to exist in my superpowers as a podcast host.
Right. And as an effect
so
of that,
authentic.
then people have connected back and wanted to work with you.
Yes.
Now, is that working with you in terms of showing up for your retreats and showing up for your Substack community? Or is that like a literal one-on-one, like have
Literal
you grown the
one-on-one.
business through the podcast?
It's all of
through
it.
the
It's
coaching?
consulting, it's coaching, it's writing books. All of it has come from the demonstrated proof of efficacy that is seen in the podcast week after week after week.
And the energy that you're bringing to the mic.
Yep.
Consistency.
Yep.
Congratulations. You're on your way to turning your business or company's podcast into a thriving lead generation and marketing force. Connect with us and schedule a meeting with our team at produceyourpodcast.com. Launch or grow your podcast and start generating more visibility, leads, and sales for your business today.
Let's get started.